Hey everybody, it's the Initiative Project Podcast coming to you on a Saturday. Freezing cold with dead bugs everywhere.
Sorry, I didn't know what it was going to look like up here.
Looks
At
great.
least none of the bees are alive.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're not fighting and stuff, so that's always a plus. Not afraid we're going to get stung in the middle of a session, so that's always good. So usually we start out, we're going to get one good, how's your week been? And then you guys can wait until the next time, because I'm not doing 4 of those today.
Come on.
No, it's ridiculous. My life is not that interesting. So, Kelly, it's been about, 3 weeks?
3 weeks since we last recorded, yeah.
Yeah, you got some stuff for your stuff.
I did. So my saunas came in, and Mark is officially he's getting them built. So he has the floor pads down. I got keys to my space, so we are opening an infrared sauna studio in Medina.
I already mentioned it to a couple of my clients.
I am so excited about it.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty fun.
Yes.
Now you're gonna just do the sauna and then the training studio, correct?
Yeah, there's going to be the training studio and just the sauna, but I'm really pushing the sauna part of it more than the training necessarily. So
right, okay. Well, that's good. That's going to be fun. And then you're opening when?
Probably January. Right now, we're shooting for January 5th.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, right when all the people want to lose weight, go to her sauna.
That's right. Right, you can sit on your ass and you can lose weight. But really, I mean, honestly, that's the thing that everybody's going to talk about, but there are so many other benefits to infrared.
That's the best benefit.
I know.
What do you mean? I can just sit here and do nothing and I can lose 10 pounds? Sign me up.
Well, yeah. But, you still have to, have some of your other life factors in line, too. But maybe we should do a podcast episode about the benefits of infrared sauna.
We should,
at some point.
promote your stuff.
So.
I'm all about it. All right, so...
How about you? How are you?
Yeah.
How are you? Yeah, you got to tell us.
I'm doing great. So, I'm doing great. Dad had a heart attack. We'll talk about that in another one. And then we announced we're having a girl. Yes.
Oh.
Having a little baby girl. Johanna's super excited.
I bet.
The family is crazy excited. And we're going to have so many baby clothes and stuff because everybody's they want to buy for a girl.
Oh.
Yeah.
The girl clothes are so cute.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, so she's going to go crazy. Yeah, speaking of bees, there's one behind you.
Oh, no. I'm why is your... Oh,
yeah,
okay.
That's okay.
All right, hang on. So if you guys hear a noise or some screaming...
All right.
Shit.
All right, we're good.
Are we getting that?
We're good.
Okay, all right.
All right, taken care of. Be taken care of. So... Kelly sent me over an article this morning. It was on Good Morning America. It was about a former Nike Oregon project athlete. What was her name? Her name was
Cain.
Mary Cain. So since you watched the show episode, whatever, this morning, let's kind of go into it and you can kind of take that from there.
Yeah, I just thought it would be a really interesting topic to talk about because... Not only, there's lots of parents out there who have teens and young adults that are in these sports programs, and in some cases, even if you're maybe you yourself are considered maybe not an elite athlete, but like you and I, we work out a lot. There was a point in time where I was doing. Oh no! So
not lately.
So, there comes a point, though, where sometimes the things that you're working toward are actually hurting you more than they're helping you. So anyway, this story broke, and it's this story about, she was the fastest girl in America. So she was 17 years old at the time, and she's running track and field. Her name is Mary Cain.
She's doing long distance.
She was doing long distance? Okay. So
from what it looks like,
Okay.
Yeah.
So she's an elite runner. She is incredibly talented. She's incredibly fast. And she basically said that Nike, she was the fastest runner in America until she signed on with Nike. And so what she says, and this is her own words, Coach was constantly trying to get me to lose weight. He created an arbitrary number of 114 pounds and I guess she said he would weigh me in front of my teammates and publicly shame me if I wasn't hitting weight. He wanted to give me birth control pills and diuretics to lose weight. I mean, to me, that's just nuts.
Well, if you look at just the picture of her, she doesn't. I mean, she's skinny, but
Yes.
I don't think if that's like 114 pounds, she's probably underweight.
Well, right. No, she's very thin, and you can tell that she's naturally thin, so she actually has like the body type to be the type of runner that she is, and she's talented. So clearly she's got a genetic propensity to be talented in running. But, then you have somebody pushing you to achieve, as she put it, an arbitrary weight.
Right.
Like, what was it about 114 pounds that her coach thought that she needed to achieve that weight?
It helps you run faster, apparently.
See, after all my triathlon training, I learned something that I think is really important for athletes, like especially running athletes or triathletes or these long distance athletes. I think it's important for them to know that being overweight certainly is not going to help you be faster.
No.
But being underweight, because of the energy depletion of being underweight, it actually also does not help you be faster because you just won't have the energy. And that's what this girl, that's what she said. She said her period stopped for 3 years. She broke 5 bones due to osteoporosis. We're talking about a 17-year-old
So
girl.
probably in her legs more than anything else.
It didn't really say.
Yeah.
And again, she's being pressured to lose weight, and she said she also had suicidal thoughts, and she inflicted harm on herself. I guess she was like cutting her legs. Uh-oh, what have you got over there?
It was a ladybug.
Oh.
Scared the crap out of me.
Right. So, I mean, I guess the point here is that being underweight, we all talk about being overweight, right?
Yeah.
So being underweight can be every bit as harmful as being overweight. There are physical consequences of being underweight, especially for athletes and especially for female athletes. I don't know. Have you ever been underweight?
No.
TJ? No.
No. Chubby kid. Food is my game. I'm number one in food.
Well, I gotta say, being underweight is not very much fun because I've been there several times where I was too thin. But there's something in women that's called the athletic triad.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of this?
No, I haven't heard that.
It's a combination of very low body fat, irregular menstrual cycles, and weak bones.
Okay.
So those the low body fat, and then the consequent irregularity in your menstrual cycle, it actually leaches calcium out of your bones.
Oh, okay. So that makes your bones weaker.
It makes your bones weak and brittle. And there's a whole bunch of other symptoms that can arise.
Well, women have more propensity for osteoporosis anyways.
They do.
Yeah.
They do. But a 17-year-old or a 20-year-old or a 30-year-old shouldn't be having issues with weak or brittle bones.
Right.
And in fact, at that age, I think it's the ages of maybe 16 to 20. That's when most young women should be adding more bone, because at some point after the age of 20, you stop, your bones stop getting stronger.
Yeah, they just get weaker over time.
Right. So it's really important during those years to make sure that you have a healthy, that you're eating enough, you have, you're getting enough calcium and other like vitamin D in your diet, and that, you're not doing things that are going to actually hurt you in the long run.
Right. Yeah, makes sense.
So a few other things that tend to pop up for athletes or for anybody really who's underweight are things like apathy. So that's just basically not really wanting to do anything or not really caring. Inability to perform. So I know that this girl, what's her name again?
Mary Cain. Yep.
I know, I don't know if she said this, but I know that most athletes, if they are underweight, they will tend to not perform as well in their sport, which, again, it doesn't make any sense to...
You're exhausted and you're not eating enough.
Yeah, exactly. You're not fueling your body. Inability to recover, fatigue, muscle weakness, weight loss or gain, depression and anxiety, food issues, insomnia, injuries, electrolyte imbalances. All of this stuff actually happened to me during my triathlon training. And I look back on that time now and I'm like, what was I thinking? But have you ever looked at like pictures of triathletes or elite marathoners?
Yeah. They look godly.
Well, yeah, I mean, most of them.
Like the guy who broke the world record for the marathon. He ran under 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks sick.
Right. So, and I'm not saying that those elite athletes, those elite marathoners, I'm not saying they're sick, but if you look at their body type, they are.
Yeah, they're just small boned.
Right.
Yeah, they're just
genetically
super small frame.
Right. They're small frame. They're very thin, and they excel at that type of sport. So when I was doing triathlons, I had this idea in my head that, I wanted to be faster. I wanted to be good at triathlons, but I wanted to look like a triathlete, which is problematic because my body is not built like a triathlete.
Do you remember that old Kevin Bacon movie where he's trying to go to the moon and he has to do a bunch of things to take over someone else's identity? Remember that?
No.
No. So what did they end up doing? He has to be so many inches taller, so they break his bones and separate him. He's on the floor. He's just pinned to the floor for 6 months or something so they grow back.
Lovely.
Yeah, that's what I thought of.
Okay.
Good stuff.
But yeah, same
Plastic
thing.
surgery won't help you with that.
Same thing. So when I was training for the triathlons, I didn't have a menstrual cycle for more than 2 years. I actually went and got a DEXA scan. I think I told you this before.
Yeah, I think so.
I went and got a DEXA scan, which is the gold standard for reading body fat and also bone density. And the lady doing my scan, she was like, oh my gosh, you must be an athlete or something because your body fat's real low. But then she was like, oh my God, she was like, your bone density is really low. And I was like, are you serious?
Yeah, you look like a 16-year-old, but your bones are of a 90.
Yes. And I thought at that point I was still in the mindset of, I'm doing all this training. I'm so healthy. I'm so fit and healthy. I was fit. I was not healthy at all. So I had low bone density. I was incredibly fatigued all the time, but I had insomnia. So I couldn't fall asleep. I couldn't stay asleep.
That sounds great.
It was fun.
A great life.
Nagging injuries. So plantar fasciitis, shin splints, shoulder impingement, tendinitis. It's really fun. And I was having issues with, headaches, low sex drive, depression. I was just unhappy. I was
low
binging.
Sex drive. Oh my gosh.
I know,
that's the worst part. What are you doing to yourself?
So when I started eating again and stopped training so much, all of those issues went away. And did I gain weight? Yes, I did. I gained weight. But my body needed to be bigger. So...
Need to be not thin.
Here I am.
Yeah, you're normal.
Right,
Need to be normal size.
I'm normal.
Not sickly. Yeah, that makes sense.
So I did sort of want to dive into, though, what signs, especially if you have kids that are at that age where maybe they're participating in sports, and if you notice any odd behavior, what signs can parents look for in their kids to determine if they're having an issue with self-esteem or body issues? When you were young, did you ever...
Did I ever what?
Have any issues?
Oh, yeah. The kids thought I was fat in high school and stuff. I didn't know about that.
But did it manifest in any specific way?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't remember.
You don't remember?
I deleted that. I don't remember.
Okay, so amnesia.
Yes.
Might be. Right.
Yeah, it's great. It's a great tool. You have a hammer next to your bed. You smack yourself and go to sleep. You don't remember anything from the previous day.
But a few of the things that if you're a parent, or even just being aware of certain things about yourself, if you feel like you're having an issue, but preoccupation with food or preoccupation with exercise are signs that there's a problem with self-esteem or there's a body issue. Hiding food or other abnormal behavior around food and eating. Did you ever hide food?
No, I just had it in my room and I ate it all, and it was all over the floor.
Really?
Yeah, because I worked and I just brought it home and I ate it.
In your room?
Yeah, because
Were you allowed to?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, my food, I'm eating in my room. Except when my dog ate my food, then I was pissed. But besides that, no, but the working out thing, I think I did used to do that. I would do like P90X, and then I'd go down and train for like an hour in the basement, and then I'd stay up till like midnight doing ab crunches
Really?
for a girl. Stupid.
Oh, it was for a girl?
Oh, yeah.
How old were you?
I don't remember.
Was it Johanna?
No.
Oh.
I smacked myself in the head with a hammer. I don't remember what it was.
Nice.
It's just being stupid. It's like Instagram now. That's what I did when I was like in high school.
Yeah. Right.
So it's like it's the same thing.
Right.
But we just didn't have Instagram. I could have millions of followers.
You're right.
What am I doing?
If you
would
have just started at the right time,
Gosh,
TJ, you could have. Right. Right.
Damn it.
So I had some of the same experience with exercise, and I still sometimes actually struggle. Like if I feel like I've overeaten or something, I want to immediately like go out and walk for like 2 hours or something.
I want to sit down, take a nap.
Right. That's the normal response, though.
Play video games. I'm good.
You know, I'm
it's
like,
too cold to go outside.
I want to burn calories, you know, and it's like
sit in your sauna for 16 hours. You'll be fine.
Right. Now I'll be able to. I can just go eat whatever.
She has if you see her at her studio, she has a box of donuts and she's just chilling in her sauna. There's a problem.
I'm gonna go to I love that ice cream place that's upstairs. It's called Chill.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's okay.
I'm just gonna
It's
go.
not my favorite,
I love it. So I'm gonna go there and then head to the sauna.
There you go. There you go. Whatever works.
All right. Other signs would be like refusing to eat or vomiting after eating. If they're probably not. Your kids probably aren't gonna do that in front of you, but.
No.
Wearing loose or baggy clothing, social isolation. So if you're a teen who normally wants to go out with friends suddenly doesn't want to. Depression, illness. That's another big one. Because of the stress and the strain of overtraining and possibly being underweight, you tend to just get sick a lot more often.
Well, yeah, that makes sense. Your immune system's probably compromised at that point.
Right. Fatigue and apathy toward training and competition. So if your kid was previously really into the sport that he or she was playing and all of a sudden they're like, I don't want to go to practice, or, I don't really feel like doing this anymore, like a burnout thing, that can be a sign. And then, how can you help your child or yourself? So things like encouraging children never to go on a diet in an attempt to lose weight, and never restricting a child's food intake. I think we did another podcast.
We did
on
one.
this.
Yeah, no, we don't. I mean, with Levi, you want a piece of cheese? Okay. You want an apple? Whatever.
Right.
You want a donut? I don't care.
Right. If you don't make a big deal out of it.
I mean, he'll eat like a bite and I'm like, okay, he's done.
Right.
Yeah, he's not really interested. He's interested in bananas. He eats bananas all the time. We can't keep him in the house.
Huh.
Like before bed, banana, want a banana?
Maybe there's something in the banana that his body needs.
Banana, yogurt, and it's like fruit and stuff. But
it's funny because they've done studies on little kids where they will, even with a healthy food, they will restrict the child's access to a healthy food, and the child will want to eat incredible amounts of that food. And then when you give them the food at lib, the child eventually they overeat it at first and they are obsessed with it, but then within a week or two it's not they don't want it anymore.
I just don't know why. He likes some, he eats half of it and pitch the rest of it.
Well, right. So he's when I talk
he's just
about
hungry. I don't know.
When I talk about intuitive eating with people, a child like that is the essence of intuitive eating.
Good. Well, then you can come over. You can film him for the day. Just blur his face out because he's too cute. You cannot look at him.
Aww.
All the weirdos out there. And, there you go. Videotape your kid eating.
Exactly. Pay attention to your young kids. They are intuitive eaters. That's how we should all be eating. All right. Encourage plenty of rest breaks from sport. And I would say another big one, like if as far as helping yourself or your child, is standing up for your kid or standing up for yourself if necessary. So if a coach or someone else is making comments about weight or food,
They're going to get smacked in the face.
yeah, you need to speak up.
I'm going to kill them.
Right.
They will be dead.
I mean, I would lose my freaking mind if I heard a coach or a family member or somebody else say something about her weight.
Yeah, I don't think when I played sports, I don't think I heard any of that stuff going on.
No.
Not that I recall.
You know, you hear this a lot from...
I think it might be more with girls than with the guys. Anyways.
Absolutely. Well, there's a part of me that wonders if Nike is sponsoring you, or I don't know if Nike was sponsoring her or if she was just in their elite running program.
It's probably the elite program.
Right. So, but it's like, why would they be encouraging a young athlete?
It might not be Nike itself. It might have been the coach that just...
It just doesn't make any sense to me.
He might be employed by Nike, but
maybe
he just didn't have enough oversight.
I've always wondered, and I know that from elite female athletes that in various sports, from whether it be tennis or or running or triathlon, when they start getting sponsorships, they are supposed to maintain a certain appearance.
Oh yeah, well, yeah. I mean,
so there's that pressure to look a very certain way.
All right, so if I get a Nike deal, which will never happen, I'm gonna go from like skinny and ripped to fat in like 3 weeks. That'd be hilarious. You'd be like, sign the contract. I don't want anywhere it says that I have to be this weight or any of that. So I'll go from skinny to fat in like 3 weeks. Like, screw you. You didn't get my shit.
Oh my God.
That'd be hilarious.
Have you seen that one reality show, the Fit to Fat to Fit?
Yeah, I've seen it, and it's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Like, the trainer goes from fit to... Yeah. But
yes.
I'm like, I would not... Like, if I'm fit, I don't want to be fat again. And then go back.
It's
like,
so...
to do all that work to get it all back off, I'm like, that's just ridiculous.
It's really interesting to watch how hard it is for them to
be fat.
Make that transit... To get
the goal
fat,
that they're trying to get, yeah.
And none of them really get fat, okay?
I mean, one guy I saw, he was like pretty chiseled, and then he had like a beer gut and like.
Well, yeah,
boobies.
if you put on 40 or 50 pounds in the span of like 2 months.
How long did? Yeah, they had.
It's either 2 or 3 months.
They had a few months, yeah.
Right, but I mean that's a lot of weight to put on. So yeah, I mean your appearance is gonna change, but I mean, being honest, none of these people were super overweight or obese or anything. But it was really interesting to notice how much it affected them psychologically and also how hard it was for them to get back
Oh, yeah.
to doing like the workouts.
Yeah, because they're probably like, oh, this is going to be easy. Oh, shit. I just ran a half mile. You still have 40 pounds to go. And I have to eat celery.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, they probably hate them. That was probably the worst decision they've ever made in their life.
Right.
That's probably what it was.
Right.
Going from fit to getting fat and having to do that all over again.
I gotta say, and I don't know if they had maybe filmed other people that did, but all of the trainers that they filmed made it back to their original.
Of course they did. That's 3 out of 4,000.
Right. Right.
Yeah, they probably had a bunch of trainers, and they're all like, "Oh, you look good. You look good. You look the same. You're fatter than when you started." And no, we have 3. We have 3 good episodes.
All right, so just a couple more things to finish this up. How can you help your child or yourself when it comes to self-esteem or body image issues? The last 2 things would be telling young women and men, well, maybe not men for loss of menstrual cycle, but
we don't have those.
Right, telling young women that the loss of the menstrual cycle due to training or attempting to achieve aesthetic ideals is not normal or healthy. You should not, if something is causing you to lose your menstrual cycle or make your menstrual cycle really irregular and it wasn't before, that is a red flag warning sign. But for guys too, if you're not feeling right through your training, if you're underweight, if you're not eating enough, you need to pay attention to that. And then finally, seeking qualified counseling if it's becoming if it's becoming an issue. So I don't know. Do you have anything to add to this? Fastest girl in America.
I thought it was just crazy that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Nike's such a... let me put this tastefully. Nike has a lot of what is the word? Controversies.
Yes.
With like athletes and stuff, but I just think I think it makes it even worse that a young adult it's still going through that crap.
Right.
You know, you'd think they would try to button it up or maybe not have those issues come out or whatever, but I don't have any Nike gear on, I don't think. I'm good. I got Pumas.
Yeah, I don't think I have very much Nike gear.
It's too expensive.
So I have one Nike shirt that I really love, so maybe I'll just wear it inside out now.
You could. Or just take the Nike logo off. Just cut it off.
No, because it's like it's all the way across the front. Oh, no.
It could be
TJ.
Yeah. That'd be like the bedroom. The
bedroom Nike shirt.
Yeah. Not for a public display. No.
All right. I think that wraps us up for this one.
Yeah, I think we're good. Hey, everyone. This is TJ and
Kelly
with the Initiative Project Podcast. If you like what you heard, please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you have any questions you'd like us to cover, please email us at initiativepodcast@gmail.com. See you next time.